welcome to Lawyer of the Week. Lawyer of the Week is creating a global community of lawyers, solicitors, and their support to inform and to encourage each other.
Hello, my name is Pamela Deneuve. Our lawyer this week is from Delaware, and he tells us how that growing up, he was surrounded by lawyers, including his parents.
Welcome to Lawyer of the Week. I am so pleased this week to have Ian Connor Biferato from Delaware, and he's the managing member of the Biferato firm. In addition to being the manager of his practice, in which he's been the owner and principal since 1996, Connor has been litigating complex disputes arising in both tort and commercial contexts for more than 20 years. Connor is also of counsel with Labaton, one of the country's premier firms for prosecuting precedent-setting securities class actions on behalf of defrauded investors. Connor has been arbitrating and mediating cases for more than 17 years, in addition to being chosen as a party arbitrator or neutral in matters assigned to arbitration by agreement. Connor has arbitrated and mediated a variety of actions assigned to the ADR in the Delaware state courts, including the Delaware Superior Court and the Court of Chancery. He also frequently mediates commercial disputes in the United States district courts and the United States bankruptcy courts. So we are so pleased to have Connor Biferato with us today. Hi, Connor. How are you?
Good, Pamela. Thank you very much for having me.
We're just so pleased that you are the Lawyer of the Week from Delaware. So can you tell us a little bit about what made you decide to become a lawyer?
Sure. You know, I grew up in a family of lawyers. My father was a Superior Court judge for more than 30 years. My mother was an attorney for approximately 30 years. My brother is an attorney. My brother-in-law is an attorney, and I'm currently married to an attorney.
Oh.
So it's sort of, I've been surrounded by it and sort of bred into it my entire life.
Yeah, I think we can say being a lawyer is in your DNA.
It feels like it sometimes.
Tell us about your practice. Like, what are some of your biggest wins and what are some of your biggest challenges?
Well, you know, one of the areas of practice that I'm most proud of that we've undertaken for a number of years is representing severely injured individuals and their families, particularly children, who've been affected by carcinogens and other toxins that are placed into the environment, quite frankly, by careless and oftentimes indifferent corporations. You know, it's always amazing to me that corporations will do things that no individual will ever consider doing on a basis like this. And we have been successful in representing a number of families and children and recovering for really just horrific injuries from people from around the world, really.
Oh boy, that's really quite a win to be able to stand up for those who have no voices, really.
It really does. It's very rewarding.
Well, what are your challenges in this day and time?
Well, you know, there's always constant efforts, both on the state and federal level, to change laws in favor of corporations. Particularly these days, there's just unlimited access to Congress and both, again, on the state and federal levels by corporations who want greater and greater protections and greater freedoms. You know, at the same time, we have to be constantly vigilant to make sure that we're representing our clients in this arena and also making ourselves available and known to clients and potential clients that are out there.
Okay, that's something that, you know, a lot of people may not be thinking of, but we're glad that you're taking that cause up, and it has to be taken up with and protect the clients and not just the corporations. That's a very good point.
Yeah, unfortunately, most individuals who are placed in harm's way by corporate interests don't have nearly the same access or the same voice that those very wealthy corporations do in America.
So that results in, do you think that sometimes the justice is not carried out in those cases?
Well, I think when you can get into court, justice is more frequently than not carried out. I think where justice is lost is uh, when corporations are successful in convincing lawmakers that there is some social benefit to protecting corporations from being subject to liability from their own conduct. And that's
Yeah,
what happens when they're able to put so much money into the political system.
right, right. Well, we're really glad again that you're taking this on behalf of this cause on behalf of your clients. Now, who would be a perfect referral for your law firm?
Well, certainly someone who is looking for assistance in representing someone who has been, or someone whose family or someone whose children have been harmed by exposure to toxins that have been placed into the environment, um, air, groundwater, earth, by corporations living nearby, certainly in farm areas, but also people who are looking for an avenue for a resolution to litigation that may be pending for a long time or languishing, because litigation can take a heavy toll on individuals as well as on corporations who are involved in protracted litigation. And we have a lot of experience in helping to get to a resolution through alternative means.
Well, that's really good to know. What are the benefits of someone using a lawyer like you who's in Delaware?
Well, Delaware is a place where the majority of Fortune 500 companies, and quite frankly, large companies from around the world, are incorporated and call their home. So Delaware is a location of substantial litigation regarding both corporate interests and corporate conduct.
So it would be a benefit for people to get your services because that's really where they are. Their headquarters are. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. That's really where their headquarters are. And we're also very experienced in dealing with corporate issues, corporate governance issues, because that's what Delaware really focuses its attention on. That's what the Delaware courts are known for.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding corporate conduct and how to address corporate conduct is important no matter what state you're in.
Yes. Okay, that's a very good point. Well, we're going to kind of change the topic a little bit here. So I'm going to ask you, what kind of legacy do you want to leave in your law practice?
Well, I certainly hope the law firm lives on far beyond me, and I'd like the law firm to continue to focus on improving the communities that we live in, both the public community and the legal community. Delaware has a very small legal community, and we've always been known for maintaining a very high level of professional integrity, civility, and professionalism in representing our clients. And it's important to me personally that our clients feel that they were always put first, their interests were always thoroughly advocated and done in a very professional and upstanding way. There are times when people win cases, when lawyers win cases, and they do so in manners that don't reflect the highest integrity of the profession. And that's no way to win in my mind, and that's not the kind of legacy that I would want to be associated with.
Okay, that's very good to know that integrity is very important to you.
Absolutely.
Well, on a personal level, name one thing that you like to do to manage your stress.
Well, I spend a lot of time meditating, and I like to exercise. I don't think there's any better stress reliever than exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Helps your body release its own chemicals to regulate stress and to remove all those stress hormones that we all have to deal with.
Good, good. So if there was like one message that you'd like to leave to anyone listening here that would be something of inspiration to lawyers to create community, what would that be?
Yeah, I think that particularly here in America, but all over the world, lawyers are an integral part of the process and the system of our way of life. Lawyers protect individuals from abuses, not just from corporations, but we're the line that stands up and says, this is what the laws and this is what the constitutions of our land are intended to do. And when you take the lawyers out of the system, you take the voice and the ability of the people to protect themselves from overreaching government and overreaching organizations out of the equation. And lawyers need to always remember that their highest calling is to protect the people that they live with and work with every day from that sort of overreach. And we can see that particularly in America growing in recent months and continuing.
Very good. Well, Connor, thank you so much for being the Lawyer of the Week. And we really appreciate the cause that you're looking at to protect your clients and to leave a legacy of lawyers and a law firm that really wants to stand up for integrity and protecting those without a voice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pamela. I'm really grateful for the honor.
Thank you for joining Lawyer of the Week. We hope to see you again next week.